Tutankhamun, the boy king of Egypt, a journey through history, mystery, and legacy. In the heart of ancient sands lies a story that has echoed through millennia, a story of youth, power, mystery, and death. This is the story of Tutankhamun, the boy king of Egypt, whose legacy would lie buried for over 3,000 years, only to emerge in a dazzling revelation that would change our understanding of ancient Egypt forever. Imagine a little boy, just like you, suddenly becoming the ruler of a vast and magical kingdom. And Tutankhamun, often called King Tut, was born around 1341 BCE. He was part of the 18th dynasty of ancient Egypt, one of the most powerful and culturally rich periods in Egyptian history. His birth name, Tutankhamun, means living image of Aten, reflecting the era of religious upheaval under his father, Akhenaten. Akhenaten had introduced a monotheistic worship of Aten, the sun disk, abandoning Egypt's traditional pantheon. His radical reforms destabilized the kingdom, both politically and religiously. Imagine all the colorful gods and goddesses suddenly being told they weren't important anymore. That caused a lot of confusion and worry. Tutankhamun became pharaoh at just 9 years old, following the death of his enigmatic father. Still a child, he was heavily influenced by advisors like Ai and Horemheb, both powerful men with their own agendas. It was like going to a new school and suddenly being the headmaster with everyone telling you what to do. As Tutankhamun grew into his role, his reign marked a return to religious tradition. He changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun, meaning living image of Amun, a symbolic move to restore the worship of Amun and other gods of the old religion. Temples were rebuilt, priests regained power, and the capital was moved back to Thebes from Akhetaten, modern-day Amarna, the city founded by his father. It was like bringing back all the old, beloved toys that had been put away for a long time. Though his rule was brief, around 10 years, these decisions helped stabilize Egypt and regain the favor of the priesthood and the people. He brought back the joy and traditions everyone missed. Tutankhamun married Ankhesenamun, his half-sister and the daughter of Nefertiti and Akhenaten. Together, they ruled from the opulent palaces of Thebes. Despite his young age, Tutankhamun's life was surrounded by splendor, ritual, and duty, yet marred by physical ailments. Studies of his mummy reveal that he suffered from a clubfoot, scoliosis, and possibly malaria. Genetic studies also suggest that the royal bloodline had become weakened by inbreeding, a common practice in the Egyptian royal family meant to preserve divine purity. Even kings can have tough times with their health, you know. Tutankhamun died around the age of 18 or 19. His sudden death raised many questions. Was it an accident, a disease, or an assassination? Modern forensic studies suggest a combination of ailments may have contributed to his death, including malaria and complications from a leg fracture. However, theories of political intrigue and assassination have never fully been dismissed. It's like a mystery that even grown-ups are still trying to solve. His early death left the throne vulnerable and sparked a struggle for power that would change Egypt's royal lineage. After his death, Tutankhamun was buried hastily in a modest tomb, KV 62, in the Valley of the Kings. Over time, his name was erased from official records, likely due to political shifts and the eventual reign of Horemheb, who wanted to distance himself from the controversial Amarna period. For centuries, Tutankhamun remained a forgotten figure, a footnote in Egyptian history. It's like a storybook that got lost in a dusty attic. But fate had other plans. In 1922, British archaeologist Howard Carter, funded by Lord Carnarvon, made a discovery that would shock the world: the untouched tomb of Tutankhamun. As Carter famously said, "Yes, wonderful things," when he first peered into the tomb. Imagine finding a treasure chest hidden for thousands of years. The tomb was packed with over 5,000 artifacts: golden chariots, thrones, statues, jewelry, and the now iconic gold funerary mask, arguably the most recognized symbol of ancient Egypt. It was the only nearly intact royal tomb ever found, offering a priceless glimpse into ancient Egyptian life, belief, and burial practices. Among the most breathtaking discoveries were the solid gold death mask inlaid with lapis lazuli and glass, a golden sarcophagus within nested coffins, ornate chariots, weapons, and ritual items, jewelry, amulets, and musical instruments. These treasures weren't merely riches. They were expressions of divine preparation for the afterlife, showcasing the grandeur of Egypt's belief in eternity. They were like magical tools and gifts for a journey to another world. Following the tomb's opening, rumors of a pharaoh's curse spread rapidly. Lord Carnarvon died shortly after the tomb was opened, feeding speculation. Newspapers sensationalized stories of mysterious deaths linked to those who entered the tomb. Although science offers rational explanations, the legend of the curse became part of the Tutankhamun lore, a blend of superstition and fascination that continues to captivate. It's like a spooky story that everyone loves to tell. Tutankhamun's fame soared in the 20th century, sparking Tut mania across the globe. His artifacts toured the world, drawing millions of visitors. He inspired books, films, art, fashion, and music, and became a symbol of mystery and beauty from the ancient world. More importantly, his tomb transformed Egyptology and deepened global appreciation for ancient civilizations. He became a superstar even thousands of years later. Today, Tutankhamun rests in his tomb in the Valley of the Kings, while his treasures are preserved in museums, including the Grand Egyptian Museum in Giza. Despite his short and obscure life, Tutankhamun's rediscovery turned him into the most famous pharaoh in history, a boy king who continues to teach, inspire, and mystify the world. He shows us that even small lives can leave a huge mark. Tutankhamun ruled briefly and died young, but his story echoes across time. From dusty tombs to golden relics, from forgotten boy to immortal icon. The boy king of Egypt reminds us that history is never truly buried. It waits, in silence, for its moment to shine.